and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing very well. Today we are going to be talking about none other than Mrs. Gabbie Hanna. So the monster queen, you know, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I? Monster! That was that was kind of good. Bitch! Don't give Gabbie the singing contract, give it to me. Did you hear that? That was like probably one of my better takes on it. Wow. Talent went. Anyway, sorry. I'm aware that sounded horrible. So hello, we are going to be talking about Gabbie today. Now, Gabbie has not been in drama or being called out in a long time now. She went on the podcast with Trisha and they had their drama and then they had drama because of that, and we will talk about that eventually. It's just down my priority list because stories with Trisha and Gabbie are just so messy. But we have an even messier one that we need to talk about right now. So Gabbie was actually trending on Twitter and I saw it and I was like, that's suspicious because who'd be keeping up with Gabbie Hanna? No shade. And who'd be like tweeting about Gabbie so much that she'd be trending? Like, surely this wasn't about her music. Surely this wasn't about a drama channel. Or, you know, like calling her out. Surely this wasn't about a story time, whatever. And then I click on it and it's Gabbie being called out. And I'm seeing these tweets that are like, the world will start healing when Gabbie Hanna leaves the internet. Which, as funny as that is, I was like, what is happening? Like, are people just coming for her because of her music or like whatever, because it's completely justified? And I was like, what is going on? And then I look further into it and Gabbie was actually being exposed and called out by upsetting a lot of her own fans and upsetting a lot of the general public by being really insensitive and just kind of like, she did these tweets where I'm reading it and I'm like, I'm going to show you them now and we're going to talk and see what your opinion is and what my opinion is. But I was just reading these tweets and I was like, really? Really, Gabbie? Like, there was no need for her to do any of these tweets or like start any of this, and quite frankly it was her starting this, like her being called out and people doing these tweets about like, oh, the world will start healing whenever, whatever, you know what I mean? About that, it's all stemming from Gabbie like starting something. And so we're gonna get to it now, so let's just jump right into it. So Gabbie actually tweeted, and it was in response to someone saying, how do y'all feel about tone indicators? Now, personally, I don't know what tone indicators are, and this situation has taught me a lot. And so in doing, you know, looking at this stuff, I've learned so much. And now, Gabbie's approach to this was not, wow, I'm not aware of this, let me educate myself. It was kind of shutting it down and belittling it and making fun of it. And I just think it was so unnecessary, and I think it was just, like, you did that for what? And so, in a situation like this, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, I was uneducated in what tone indicators were, and I read about it, and I'm now educated in it, and not once did I ever feel the need to be like, oh, blah, 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 about someone tweeting about their opinions on it. So, Gabbie, again, went out of her way. In response to this, how do y'all feel about tone indicators? And she said, I think y'all do way too fucking much. And now I'm like, number one, I'm like, what are tone indicators? And number two, I'm like, first, like, where's the need for this tweet? Mrs. Unproblematic, like, where is the need for this? So, this was the tweet that kind of started it all. So someone said, words can hurt even if they weren't meant to. And we'll get back to the Gabbie thing in a second. This is it, but it's just kind of explaining what tone indicators are, if you know what they are, or if you don't, and kind of explaining why her tweet was just so weird. And then she tweets more. It says, if you're tweeting about something that can be misconstrued or interpreted in any way other than what you meant, please include a tone indicator to ensure that nothing gets twisted and jokes are made clear. And now, I'm very happy that I'm educated in this now, and I think this is so great, especially for interpreting tweets. Like, whenever I tweet something, you don't know the tone I'm doing it in, you don't know what I meant by the tweet, and so I just think Gabbie immediately shutting it down and, you know, belittling people who actually care about this, whatever. So, here are some commonly used tone indicators. So, it's kind of like a hash and then, or, you know, what's that called? You know, like a slanted line? No, that hashtag is like hashtag. You know what I mean? Why did I do that? Hashtag let me take a selfie. Who remembers that song? You know, or bracket? No. Whatever the fuck that line is. Slanted line, we'll call it that. So it's like, that J means joking. Hey J, half joking. S, sarcasm. SRS, serious, I did know that one. NSRS, not serious. Lighthearted, inside joke, reference, teasing, not mad, not at you, not subtweeting. It's just pretty general, like, on like a tweet, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't doing too much, this isn't being too extra, in my opinion. I think if you can understand if someone meant sarcasm or someone, you know, was implying something or not in a tweet, good for you. That doesn't mean everyone can, and I think this is a very great move forward and healthy move forward, and tone indicators have, you know, always been a thing, or a thing for a long time, whatever. And I'm very happy that, you know, this situation has educated me that now that I'm going to go out of my way to, you know, like, look for this, and I'll know what the slash and the, you know, what it means. But I just think, and Gabby's persistent way of shutting it down and being like, I don't care about this and y'all doing it, it's completely irresponsible, disrespectful, and to the fans who really need and want tone indicators, it's such a slap in the face. And Gabbie, we've talked about on my channel that you've, you know, been entering this new era of, you know, being very in with yourself, and your new content seems very genuine and stuff, and it's from that era to you just shutting down something that helps a lot of people. It's not a good look. So some other ones are, you know, like being genuine, a threat, copied and paste, a metaphor, literally, rhetorical, platonic, romantic, if it's positive, negative. Like, I knew these ones, you know what I mean? For the longest time. Positive, negative, and neutral. And so that was what Gabbie tweeted again. Like, the first time she tweeted, I think y'all do way too effing much. And then she tweeted the same thing to someone explaining it. So after, and this is what's just like, it's like, why? Like, why did she do that? She tweeted again, y'all be doing way too fucking much, LMAO. And now she's getting ratioed on all of these tweets. Like, her first tweet, she got ratioed, which means someone tweeted being like, what the fuck? And it got more likes than hers. And she still persistently went on with it. And so, judging by the looks of it, this girl's called Rachel, and she's holding two Gabbie Hanna books. So this was a Gabbie Hanna fan who said this. And now, here's the thing, right? So then this girl, Rachel, who's a Gabbie Hanna fan, tweeted and said, sis, where's your tone indicator? LMFAO. And then Gabbie responded and said, my tone is y'all doing way too fucking much. Ha 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 ha. And so, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, so is it that they were trying to make a joke about it or something? Or like, was it like an inside joke? And so on here right now, like doing this in the moment, I got a business email and they stressed me out. I'm looking up tone indicators, and it's like a commonly known thing. So what are tone indicators? Tone indicators are acronyms that indicate a tweet or message. These messages can be perceived differently to different people, which we're all aware of even if we knew what tone indicators were or not. Most of them are, it's just helpful. It's helpful. It's not that deep. It's, if something is necessary for someone to understand where you're coming from in a tweet, and someone's explaining it, or someone, I don't feel the need to attack that, and I also don't feel the need, if this is like an inside joke in the fandom, I was seeing things like that, I don't really think it's funny making fun of it, in my opinion, whenever this is something people really benefit from. And it's also not a big deal. It's not a big deal to add if you mean a tweet in a sarcastic way, or you mean it in a negative way, or a positive way, or a neutral standpoint. I don't think it can really help people out. And I just think it's so unnecessary. So there are so many things on here from like the New York Times and all like this explaining what tone indicators are. And there has been a push, which I'm now seeing, of people being like, can we normalize tone indicators? And whenever like someone in the Gabbie Hanna fandom who would probably want this to be normalized sees Gabbie like making fun of it and like, y'all do way too much, it comes across not the best in my opinion, and insensitive. And I get it if like the fandom wants to make a joke about it, or maybe it was an inside joke or whatever like that, but whenever like you're responding to a tweet that's literally like all these different tone indicators, and like you're like, oh, this is doing too much, y'all reaching or whatever like that, it's not a good look, and it could have been so avoided. I'm honestly coming at this from a standpoint of I didn't know what this was before. I've educated myself. Not once did I ever feel the need to be like, oh, that's stupid, you're doing way too much, even if it was a joke or not. So we have that tweet, right? Y'all hear that? My neighbor's children are having a wild time on the trampoline. I'm very happy for you. So then, Gabbie started trending on Twitter, which you can see right here, from people just calling her out and being like, this tweet and set of tweets is not it, Gabbie. And it's like, even if this was an inside thing with the fandom, it's gone well past that, and it's like, okay, so what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now, Gabbie, that, like, your tweets have had that impact? Like, you've upset a lot of people, your fans and not, and so someone said, just so Gabbie Hanna can't run for her being ableist, garbage by deleting her tweets. And it's like, this was all deleted, so people were like, okay, you're deleting this for what? Someone else said, is it possible to ratio Gabbie Hanna with my picture? Someone said, the day that Gabbie Hanna leaves social media is the day the world starts to heal. So she was really upsetting people with this. And these tweets and trending started happening before she did the other tweets that were like, y'all doing too much. Like, she did that, what, like 3 or 4 times? She tweeted that same thing. Like, so unnecessary for no reason. And now, my perspective on this, from Gabbie's point of view, is if she meant this as a joke, very weird and strange as it is, but if you're being educated on this and you're being called out and you're aware of it, to continue with it and double down and whatever like that, which you've now deleted because you know you shouldn't have done that, in the moment, shouldn't you take a time to be like, oh, y'all are doing too much, you're getting backlash, you're trending on Twitter, and an hour later you're like tweeting the same, like, wouldn't you not be like, okay, you know what, if I don't mean it this way, it's been interpreted this way, I'm just gonna put the phone down. It seems like a smart approach to this. I don't know, like, I don't know if you know what tone indicators are. We've learned about this together. And I don't know about you, but I know the besties, if this was something people really benefited from and needed in terms of understanding different whatever and people's approach to whatever, if we're being told this, that people want this and need this, and sometimes is very necessary for people, for us to be like, ugh, you don't need that, we don't need it, so we're not gonna have it. If you need it, well, we don't, we're not gonna. It's just very weird, and I don't like the approach, and I don't like it, especially when you have a platform, and you have a voice, and you have fans who would want tone indicators. So Gabbie, please do better. I don't know if you can hear that, if the camera's picking it up or whatever, if I look crazy. Holy shit. So, I'm gonna tell you now, we're well aware that I'm moving to Brighton this time next month. I'm gonna be living in a city, and I'm 100% certain it's gonna be a lot quieter filming than filming in the street that I'm filming in now. No disrespect to anyone, because your kids, live your life, go on the trampoline, have fun or whatever, but I'm gonna tell you now, it's probably gonna be a lot quieter filming in a fucking city than it is in this street. Just an observation. So, okay. Oh, they've went quiet. Did I have my window open? No, I don't have my window open. I don't know. Anyway. They can watch this video. I want to know what your opinion is on this. I just think coming from it is if you didn't know about this and you know about it now and you know that it really benefits people and is necessary for people, I just don't think coming from the approach of, I don't need it, so this is dumb, or y'all are doing too much, or it's just not, it's not cute. Not cute. And I want to know what your opinion is on this. Obviously, people are not happy with Gabbie. She had to delete the tweets. Unnecessary. Just don't tweet. Don't tweet back to people if you want to do an inside joke or whatever like that on this. I also don't think it's something to be joking about it whenever this is something people really benefit from. I want to know what your opinion is regardless. I love you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If people who are watching this know more about tone indicators than I do, which, again, I'm still in the basics of learning about this. I'm very interested in this. Please let me know. Please educate me further in the comment section. Again, because I'm now aware of it and I want to know more and I want to do better. And just let me know. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. See, they're like more quiet now. I'm in the best mood today. I know you probably don't care, and you know what? I appreciate that. But I'm just like so happy to be sitting down filming videos talking to you today. And I always feel like whenever I film my videos, it's either like a sleepover or like we're having like a business call. You know what I mean? Like we're talking on Zoom or we're talking on FaceTime. And the amount of people who comment saying this felt like a FaceTime call or whatever like that makes me so, I feel like that's the biggest compliment someone can ever do about my content, that this feels like a FaceTime call. Are you kidding me? That's literally, okay, anyway, sorry, without going off topic. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing very well. One little allegedly for closing. Stay safe, stay happy, rock on, and don't be disrespectful. Don't just do that. Think before you tweet. Gabbie and everyone, including me, I need to tell myself that. Hold on, actually, I need to tell myself that so much because I get involved in drama. Hold on, I'm recording a video. Think before you tweet, Adam. Okay? So now I'm going to tell myself it. Think before you tweet, Adam. Now I've told myself. I love you, see you in my next one. Bye.